Hi, welcome back to my Discovering New Music journey. Today we'll be checking out some more Jin. So Jin just released another album today called Echo. We'll be checking out the title track called Don't Say You Love Me. You got a music video for it and then the rest of the tracks on this album today. Definitely really excited to hear, what sound he's going to go for this one, whether it's going to be, similar to the last one that we had or, a little something new or different or something like that. So yeah. I really like the last one as well. So definitely really excited. So let's get into it. All right. So we are here with the Don't Say You Love Me music video. Let's get into it. Just never drove away.
I made up my mind.
Okay.
Hop in the car and put it in drive.
I like the reverb on his voice right here.
Like 100 times.
And that's kind of bass guitar kind of thing going on.
Every time.
Okay, I like the lead vocals on this part. I really like the rhythm of this beat as well. Also, real quick, really love how they're filming this. This is a beautiful looking music video so far. Like the look of everything, like these shots are really nice and the kind of color grading. Kind of giving like a kind of cooler kind of look on it. It's like bluish type thing. Nice melodies with that. I love how you're singing more like higher tone there as well.
I really thought this was for the best. Never worked last time that I checked.
So definitely more of like a breakup type, thing.
And it gets worse the further I get. Oh, faking a smile while we're breaking apart. Oh, I never meant to take it this far. Too late to save me, so don't even start. Oh, you never meant to hurt me, but you're making it hard.
I really like this part of the song a lot, with just the layered vocals, just so nice. The melodies and everything. Get that bass going. Oh, the ad-lib right there? Wow, that is a beautiful shot. I love that. Wow. Wow, this is a great shot. Wow. Started fighting. And then he goes into this point. Okay, then he starts running at her. Oh, I love how he's singing it. He sounds so nice. How he says, the note right here and then goes higher. When he sings "Go," it's so nice. Just the whole atmosphere, everything as well. Wow, yo, these music videos be seeming like actual films, bruh. That's how high quality these freaking music videos are, bruh. Because even the other one that I seen behind, it's really high quality. Yeah, so definitely more of kind of like a breakup, love type thing, Oh, but they're in the car together at this point. So maybe it's not like a full breakup, but maybe like just kind of like conflict thing that they had, maybe a little fight that they might have had, but they're like, not fully broken up. I don't know, maybe, or maybe it is like a full kind of breakup thing. Yeah, very, very interesting. But 100% really, really just overall love the overall melodies in this song. 100%. I think he sounded really nice on a lot of this, on a lot of these melodies. Really, really love, you feel me, the whole rhythm of that beat that was going on. Really nice vocals overall, especially, when he was singing that higher tone in the chorus. 100%. And like the layered vocals and the ad-libs that was coming in, especially, towards the end of the song as well. I was definitely enjoying. But yeah, this music video is just beautiful looking. Like, it's so many nice shots. Like I said, it's just so high quality. It feels like an actual, looks like an actual film, that's going on. And they did, great filming, everything with this. Can't completely, figure out what's going on with the story. I mean, it's pretty simple. I was just thinking it's like a breakup thing, and then he's like kind of imagining her and like remembering like memories with her or something like that. But then at the end, I get kind of confused because like he goes to run out to the car that she's like driving away in, but then at the end it kind of like they end up in the same car. So I don't know if it's the same scene or maybe it's before that. I'm not completely sure what the timeline of everything is, but I'm thinking maybe it's not like a full breakup, but maybe like a fight that they had. But kind of, I guess, inferring off of the lyrics, he was saying, "Don't say you love me because it hurts me the most. You just gotta let me go." So maybe they have fights often, but when she says, "Oh, I love you" or something like that, it's like, oh, he can't really let go or something like that, and he says it at another time, "You gotta let me go" type thing. So maybe it's like an off and on type thing, like a toxic type relationship, that they can't really like really let go of. You feel me? It's like a back and forth. They're fighting, then they're back together type thing. Maybe that's what I'm getting. You feel me? But yeah, 100%. Definitely enjoyed this overall. I definitely feel like I'll be listening to the song. It's a nice kind of chill sounding song. Definitely really nice vocals overall. So I was definitely loving that. The music video was very entertaining as well. Like I said, just really high quality stuff. And I love the natural look of everything, right? I just love the outside looks of stuff, or even that, that scene where he was in the kind of greenery area like this, like that was beautiful. At the end, like the city scenes and stuff like that. Just really love like the overall kind of natural outside look, and just everything, how it was filmed. Really nice. 100%. But yeah, let's go on to the next track that we have on this album. All right, so the next track we have is called Nothing Without Your Love. It's interesting, you feel me, the kind of transition from that first title to this one, right? It kind of, I don't know if it kind of leads, that's kind of intentional, the way it leads into this. Okay. Oh, okay. I look at filling out more here. Kind of percussion coming in. And the vocals as well. Layer vocals. Oh. This one sounds very cinematic in a way. It's like the progression of the instruments and what's going on. Oh, that's a really nice harmony. Wow, it's really interesting how his voice is very kind of, especially when he sings this number here. Very reverb, so it's like it feels like it spreads out, just throughout the track. That's nice, that high vocal on there as well. So repeating of that. Wow. They kind of build up right here. Yeah, I love how everything is mixed on this one. Some really nice melodies right here. I love the power he puts out as well when he's singing this line. Yeah, wow. It's like some type of like oneness, like happening, kind of vocal thing going on. Wow, that one sounded amazing sonically. Wow. Yeah, like the mixing of everything, the instruments, the way he was sounding when he was singing, the power he was kind of put out, especially when he was singing that kind of main hook part or whatever. Everything to like the layered vocals and how everything just came together on that one was just really, really nice sounding. Like I said, it gave me a very kind of cinematic kind of feeling, you know, and just sounding with everything, with the progression of how everything was going, you know, filling out more and everything. And it was very interesting, the kind of, you know, moments where the, you know, everything would kind of come out for a bit, right? And then kind of grow again in sound and like the energy of everything. It was very, very nicely produced, 100%. I really love how this entire thing just went, even, you know, the kind of progression of the melodies and everything. Just how everything went together was very nice. And I think, you know, like I said, I really love how it was mixed because of the fact that it felt very, you know, atmospheric in a way, as if it's like spreading out kind of everywhere, at least, you know, how it sounded to me, you know, with these headphones or whatever. It just sounded like it was everywhere, like kind of surrounding, right? The kind of surround sound of it was very nice, 100%. Really, really like that. And of course, like I said, just love, you know, the layered vocals and the harmonies and stuff like that. It's, you know, one of my favorite things when it comes to music. I think they did great with this one. And, you know, just the overall sound and everything, those instruments definitely added a lot to me on this one. So yeah, I feel like I would listen to this one a good bit. 100%. Definitely enjoyed this one. Let's go on to the next track that we have. All right, so the next track we have is called Loser, and this is featuring YENA. Okay, very interested to see how she has the song, or what the song sounds like, you know. Okay. Interesting percussion. I gotta repeat that line. Guess that might be the hook. Oh, I like that right there. So like that guitar sound that's going on right here, how it's kind of like quieter, you know, in those first kind of notes, and then on that like kind of last note, it gets like more forward, you know, compared to how it was in the beginning. It's like coming in with that percussion. I like that. Okay, nice light vocals coming in. I like how the guitar, the whole kind of thing is forward on this part. Oh, nice. Oh no, that was clean. I love that. That, you know, kind of adding on that harmony right here, and then holding it out. Next one, and then the third one. And all coming together right there is nice. Going higher like that, so smoothly, it's nice. Okay, YENA coming in, singing along. Okay. Ooh. Okay, that was nice. I like the harmony that she had. I like that. I like that. I like that. As you feel me, that kind of like thing holds up. She's like saying something kind of on top of that. Kind of back and forth with that. And she says something like that. They're doing the higher harmony right there. Oh. Oh, that was nice right there. Nice, nice, nice. I love that. I love how they went back into this chorus from that part. As he says this, kind of goes in and out. And then, keeps going right here. Really nice right there. I love the blend of their voices as well. Really nice. Love this part so much. Really love that melody as well. I love how he sings along with that kind of guitar melody. That was a good one. That was a really good one. That was really entertaining as well. I love just the overall kind of like the adding on of that harmony, that was going on in that kind of like main hook when, just like hold out that loser. Love that part. Loved, how it went in the kind of second part of the song with, YENA adding on to it. I think it's a very interesting kind of blend they have, especially with their like different vocal tones, of course. And, what she kind of adds on to that part was very, very interesting. That kind of back and forth as he would like, hold out that kind of loser thing right there, and then she would come in with something after that. And then kind of on top of that, as that, keeps going and holding out. That's so nice. Definitely, my favorite part of the song. Just really love that overall kind of guitar melody that's going on overall as well. I love how it's more kind of quieter starting out, but then throughout like the verses, at least, you can hear it like more forward as well. I think in the chorus as well. Definitely really nice. Really love how they produced that just overall, and I really love how both of the, both Jin and YENA sounded on this one a lot. I think it was just great overall because of their voices layering, and then them being able to do the kind of like different like notes and whatever. And there was this really nice kind of like part where they did this like kind of their voice went up, right? It was like a really high thing. I think Jin did it on that like first chorus. I remember he said after this, yeah, right there, at the end of that where he kind of goes up and does that right there was nice. And I like how it kind of like it kind of echoes as well as it goes into this part as well. And then of course it does again with like YENA in it on this other part. Let me see. After this part, love this part right here. And she's doing like a higher harmony on that. Yeah, and it kind of holds out as well as you feel that song. And it goes higher, and they kind of join in doing that kind of higher thing at the end of that. Definitely really nice. 100%. I love this part as well. This part sounds amazing. The kind of vocals just laying back right here, and the kind of repeating of this line as the kind of everything goes. Percussion goes in there, and then how it goes back into this last chorus, of course. Just amazing progression with the song, and just how their voice just blends together, just kind of fills out everything very nicely on this one. 100%. I feel like yeah, I would listen to this one a lot. 100%. Might be my favorite, one of my favorites so far. Just really nice sounding song. 100%. Let's go on to the next one that we have. Okay, it's called Rope It. Okay. Oh wow, look at this picture. It is long. It's taking a... Okay. Interesting. Love the layer vocals here. Ooh. That was a nice melody right there. How he kind of started, going higher right there. Yeah. Very interesting sound with this entire thing. Even that kind of like, you know, with a wild western type thing, country type, whatever. I don't know the right name for that sound would be. Broke it, yeah. Okay. I like the melody that he sings after the kind of repetition of that. Nice. Ooh, that was really interesting right there. You know something there? And the kind of percussion coming back in. I was like breaking in and out right there. It was nice. I really love how the, you know, kind of ad-libs are kind of layered as well. Ooh. Ooh, I love the groove of this part. It's really nice. It's an interesting sound, kind of panning in the instrumentals. I don't know what that is. Very interesting. I love the energy of this one. I really love the energy going on. That high song right there. You got a horse going on in the back. Okay. Wow. Oh, bro, legit. So far on this album, bro, all these songs are so masterfully like produced, bro. Like legit. I love this one as well. I think it was really making me like a lot of these sounds on this album is because like the layered vocals, the energy of everything, how everything is produced. Because I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't usually listen to music like this. I don't even think I have a song on my playlist that sounds even remotely similar to this song. It's crazy, but I really like this one, and this one is definitely going on my playlist. This will be like the first song I feel like on my playlist that has even, you know, anything kind of similar to this or anything. Like I legit don't feel like I listen to, you know, things with this sound that often, but how it sounded on this was so nice. I love the energy of everything. I love, first of all, his vocal tone. I feel like it definitely fit a lot with the melodies that, you know, what's going on in this song. Again, love how everything was produced. I think they do amazingly with how they do like the layered vocals in terms of like how they, you know, mix it or whatever. But then also like he sounds really nice, you know, with all the different vocal parts that he's doing throughout the song as well. Like the little ad libs here and there that were going on, the layered vocals, the everything kind of filling out, you know, just it definitely sounded really nice. And I love his vocal tone and all of it 100%. And again, I think they do a really good job with kind of the instruments and kind of where they're placed as well, because it was an interesting part, which I think is actually one of my favorite parts of the song, where it's like a sound, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like kind of like, you know, panning at a certain point as well. And I love the way the percussion sounds on that part as well, like the rhythm of everything. Just love the overall rhythm on the entire song. I feel like it just had, you know, nice kind of groove and energy on that. But let me see if I can find that part actually. Okay. So it's like after this part right here. Is it right here? This whole part right here? And then like I just love the entire kind of like, you feel me? Love the entire sound of that part. I feel like this is something that I feel like I could see in one of those like movies, like country type movies, you feel me, where it's like a kind of older Wild West type thing. Like I can see this song playing in that type of movie, or like, you know, just with that overall visual overall. Just really love that. And I also love, you feel me, like, you know, certain things about the melody, like in this chorus part right here when he sings this, you know, when he goes back into this right here. right there. Really love that. I like how he says when they go low, we go high, and how he like, you know, he sings in the kind of main kind of thing. He says low and then we go high, how, you know, he sings higher right there. You know, I think that's just like a clever melody thing to go like, you know, with the kind of lyrics of the song. And of course the lead vocals on that. And then after that, if you can hear like there's this like kind of like little kind of ad lib he does after that kind of says high. Hold on, let me see. Right here. Right there. It's very brief. And it's like this little right there. And then there's like, you know, kind of like vocals in the back that are layered, kind of like repeating the lines that he's saying as well, I feel like. Right? Or something like that in the back. And of course this part right here when he repeats rope, it's a very catchy part as well. You know, just I love how this song progresses as well with like the energy as well, because this last part with all the sounds going on, that kind of guitar like high sound, whatever, I feel like there's like clap sounds going on this part as a repetition of the rope part, and him singing that kind of melody, percussion right there. Wow. And then, you know, the whole sound kind of resonating at the end. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one a lot. 100%. Definitely gonna be listening to this one. Let's go on to the next track. All right, so the next track that we have is called With the Clouds. Okay, so I'm not very filled out already. We got guitar kind of voice thing right there. Oh, that's interesting sound. Okay. The harmony coming right here. Oh, okay. Like the kind of energy going up right here. Different rhythm of this beat. That's a nice melody right there. Ooh. Whoa. Did the whole freaking... Did the key change or whatever? What up? Yeah, has it kind of what that percussion was really interesting as well, how they went into that. And then well, I don't know if it was like the key change, but it was definitely like the feel of everything in terms of like the melodies. Ooh, that was really nice how that went right there. There. Those chords going down with that, you know? Be right there. And those harmonies again. Wow, I really like the sound of that part. It's nice. The string sound going on? The oohs in the back are very nice. I'm really loving the progression of this entire song. Wow. Yeah, it's like they completely changed, like, you know, just the whole kind of the rhythm of everything. It's so interesting. So kind of going to this, the percussion is going, and that guitar, like, I really like the melody in there too. And then it goes into this. Love that part right there. And then it goes back into this kind of the guitar. Kind of ends how it starts. Very interesting song. Wow. I feel like the progression and the kind of journey that this song went on was very, very interesting. Like it was so many different kind of parts. Just to kind of like switch up with the rhythm of like, how everything was going, how it had that kind of more fast paced kind of part. And then you had more kind of like a steady kind of, thing going on. That was very interesting. I think they did really, really well with kind of transitioning the parts as well. It was very, very, very nice just how everything sounded overall. I love the layered vocals. Again, I'm gonna keep saying that because that's like my favorite thing about these songs so far. Just like the layered vocals that's going on. I think he does really well with them. Love just overall kind of production, especially on that. I'm guessing it's the chorus part, right? I'm guessing, the part that, when those chords go down, you feel me, with how the beat goes. Really, really like that part a lot as well. Love the melodies that he's singing in that. The verse parts sound very interesting as well. Like I said, with that kind of like, more upbeat kind of rhythm and everything. I feel like the contrast between those two parts were very, very interesting. And just how they, go between those, right? As the song keeps going. I love the progression of sound. Like I said, just everything kind of like, filling out more and more things coming in there. Definitely really enjoyed that. And even like, the melodies as well. I feel like they were very like different as well. Like, in the verse right here, he's singing, like it almost feels like it's an entirely different song because of how it kind of goes into, like I feel like that's so interesting. That's why I was like, it might be a key change or something because it's just like the kind of, I feel like this part sounded more brighter in a way in terms of like how the melodies were going, but then here's like kind of, yeah, it had to be because it was like, it definitely seems more of kind of like a higher thing going on right there. It's very interesting the different parts of the song and how it goes through. Definitely a really interesting just journey with the entire thing, 100%. But yeah, I feel like I would listen to this one. I feel like this one had really nice melodies, especially in that chorus part that I was definitely enjoying 100%. Let's go on to the next track that we have. And the next one is called Background.
돌아간다면 무슨 말을 할까?
I'm probably singing on this. Oh, I really love the melodies right there. It's right here. Kind of echoes right there, huh? Getting this rhythm right here. Oh, I love how he, said that line. Yeah, that was really nice. Oh, love the harmonies right here. Yeah, how he's kind of like, kind of joining in those kind of like syllables right there when he sings that melody. Yeah. So like when he says "nega isuka" and he kind of puts it "nega isuka," like the whole like how he just delivers that line. how it kind of, you know, puts it together. It's very, very nice. He did it with the other kind of line as well. Uh-huh. His lower tone right here is really nice. Love the melody on this part. Ooh, the run that he does with that melody right there. So nice. The string sounds coming in right here. Oh, that's beautiful. Ooh, sings his part more soft right here. For a second, and then everything coming in. I love how he changes up the melody a bit right here. Wow. I think this is my favorite. I think this is my favorite so far, 100%. Loved it. Oh shoot, that was the next one. Before we go on to the last one, I think that's the last one, is it? Yeah. Love that one so much. There was so many great things about that song. I just love the, you know, the overall melodies of everything in that one, and just how everything kind of came together with how he was delivering the lines. Of course, the layered vocals and the harmonies going on in the back, you know, even, you know, with the end, how everything was going, the strings coming in, adding to the sound of everything. Definitely really nice kind of rhythm overall, you know, for that entire thing. Love that. Beautiful sound, just overall how that feels out. I definitely enjoyed that one a lot. I feel like this definitely my favorite so far, 100%. He sounded amazing on those melodies. Love his vocal tone. We got one more track today, and it's called To Me Today. Get into it. Okay. The song is coming in. Oh, go higher there. Okay, a different rhythm around. I got the guitars going. Ooh. Okay, I like that. I like how the beat was going on that as well, as, you know, it kind of says the one. Into that. Really nice. Okay, come back into this. Okay, the others going back. Ooh, I love how he delivered that line. It's nice. The kind of soft, kind of airiness on that. The harmony coming in this on top of this one. Ooh, that bass going on there?
가장 살고 싶은 하루 살아 자신 없을 지금 이 순간을 기억해
Ooh, okay. Oh, just the vocal for a second and everything dropping back down.
맘이 드는 곳에 apply 나를 던져 단 한 번뿐인 이 순간 내 마음을 열어 오늘은 날 날개를 펴 Now I fly to where my heart fly away
His voice fits so perfectly with the sound as well. You know, like he's keeping the energy going right here. Nice. 100%. Really enjoyed this one. I think it was definitely a nice kind of ender for this album. 100%. Just really love the overall sound. I feel like a lot of the sounds on this album are very cohesive. And, you know, just overall sound, like I said, I think his voice definitely fits for it a lot. I like the energy of this one and how it was going on this one. Really nice kind of just overall kind of feel to end the album. Love the overall melodies and stuff like that. So, yeah, I feel like I'll listen to this one as well, 100%. And that is the end of Jin's Echo album. And that was really good. I love this one a lot. He's done it again with a great sounding album. This one is definitely a no skip for me, 100%. And it's crazy because for a lot of these songs, you know, when the song started, I was like, okay, this one might not be for me in terms of, you know, kind of, you know, just the sound or everything. 'Cause usually I don't listen to a lot of the sounds that he goes for this album. You know, like I do here and there, but it's not very often. But I think what made me love this entire thing overall is just the way everything was produced and how everything progressed throughout these songs, and of course his vocal tone. Like I said, I think his vocal tone is kind of perfect for this kind of sound. And of course, like I said, like the layered vocals and everything, how everything comes together just fills out. It's such a nice sound to me, 100%. And I think definitely that's what happened with these songs. I think a lot of the songs had great progression, which made me like, you feel me, these songs a lot. You know, even though, you know, when the song started, I didn't know if I was gonna fully like it, but as it kept going, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying the sound and everything. So yeah, definitely enjoyed this entire album, 100%. I think the production team and everybody that, you know, did the thing, you know, in terms of like the instruments and sounds and stuff like that on this one definitely did a good job. Did really nice lyrics on a lot of these songs. I think Jin did a great job with, you know, singing everything. I don't know if he's written any songs on this one. I'll have to see which ones he's written, or if he's written the entire thing, because, you know, really like the lyrics and how everything was going on this one as well. But yeah, 100%. Let me actually see if I can pick like some favorites for this one. All right, so I'm gonna do a top 3 for this one, and this is just based off of what I feel like I would listen to the most on this album. So my number 3 would be the title track, which is Don't Say You Love Me, right? My number 2 would have to be the song with YENA, Loser. Really love that one. And then my number 1 song on this album would be Background. 100%. Love those three. Those three definitely stood out to me. I feel like I would listen to those the most, but I love this entire album. If he performs any of these songs on this album, I'll definitely be checking out performances for that, most likely on my Patreon. If you guys want to see my reaction to that, that should be over there. But yeah, tell me what you guys thought about this album down below. What did you like? What did you not like? Tell me what your favorites were on the album, or you can rank the entire thing. Definitely would like to hear your opinion. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.